Hello everybody, Big Biddy back again with another video, and we've got a little bit of a story time. Something I need to go through, which literally just happened to me and made me piss myself with laughter. It was brilliant. But before we get started, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, and if you weren't aware, I've just launched one of my two new channels, Big Beardy Food. A link down below. I'll put a little card up here for the first. I've done a couple of videos for it. It's brand spanking new. It's me making my own recipes on the road, reviewing foods, maybe even doing some food challenges. I can't talk. Challenges. Suggest on there what you want me to do, and I will do it. So go check it out now. Right. Something amazing just happened. It was hilarious. It was brilliant. Occasionally, doing this job, I find myself in compromising situations, shall we call it. I've had one on a RAF, not an RAF base, an American Air Force base, where I sort of went the wrong way and they got a bit annoyed by that. And I've been put in secure rooms before where they ask me questions like, why are you here and what are you delivering? But this one is a bit different. For the regular viewers, you know I'm doing the multi-drops at the minute. And I was delivering to a house just around the corner from where I am now. And it's a terraced house. Knocked on the door. Luckily it wasn't raining there, it's now hacking it down, but doesn't matter about that. Knocked on the door, no one answered. Rang the doorbell, no one answered. I tend to, ring the bell or knock the door, give it 10-15 seconds. If there's no answer, do it again, no answer. Then I'll see if I can put the parcel in a safe location. And that's what I did. And it was one of those, because it was a middle terrace, I had to sort of go around the back, and there's like a car park area at the back and where all the gates to the gardens are. So I've walked in. Got my phone in my hand, I'm fiddling around putting where it is that it's going to be in a safe location. I'm not looking. Put it by the back door. And then as I'm taking the picture of the parcel, I hear someone shouting at me rather aggressively, a lady, and I look up and they had the big bay doors, the double back doors. She's standing there shouting at me along the lines of, what the F do you think you're doing? Get out of my effing garden, and various other things. Quite a lot of strong language being used in my general direction. And I can understand why, because from her point of view, I'm well aware of what I look like. I'm well aware of this face. I'm rocking the Jesus look. You can rock it as well if you want. It's been around for around 2,000 years, with the long hair and the beard. And, I'm quite big and probably quite intimidating. And from her point of view, there's a strange man in her back garden. She obviously hasn't seen me put the parcel down. Standing in her back garden, taking pictures. Now, I didn't know if she thought I was like a thief or a pervert, but that was definitely the situation. And the thing is, that is definitely what was happening. So, I'm stood there, and I sort of, my brain took a second to compute, and I realised what was going on, and I tried explaining to him, like, I'm getting my arms up, I'm no, I'm doing all this. I could have looked quite threatening, but I'm trying to explain to her, and I'm pointing at the parcel, which is at the foot of the door, which could also be construed as me pointing at her. She then shouts, phone the police, which I heard. The window to the right was slightly cracked, so I could hear what she was shouting. And she's shouting for someone who turned out to be a fella. So I back away to the back of the garden, and I'm like telling her I'm pointing at the parcels. She's having none of it. As far as she's concerned, I am a thief, I'm a pervert, I'm a robber. I don't fucking know what she thinks I am, but she doesn't want me there. So eventually the fella comes down, topless. And I think in his boxers at that point. And he opens the back door and shouts, what the fuck do you think you're doing? And at this point I shout at him, mate, I'm delivering a parcel, look down. And he looks down and he sees the parcel, and he looks up at me with that look in his eyes like, are you? And he's like, well, what the fuck are you doing in the back garden? I said, I rang the doorbell, I knocked the door, no one answered, I come round to put in the safe, and I'm trying to explain it, and he's still like, you can hear her shouting. The best of it was, he just turned round, mid her shouting, just turns and goes, will you shut the fuck up? Which made me giggle. And he's still looking at me like, because she's shouting saying I'm a pervert or a robber, you know, get him out of it. She said she's calling the police. Oh, it's all kicking off. So I say, mate, listen, if I was robbing you, why the hell would I be wearing a high-vis vest? And why is there a parcel by your door? And I think at that point his brain went, that does seem a bit odd. So he says, can you prove? I went, mate, my van's round the corner. Come with me to my van. You can have a look inside. You will see it's full of parcels. I'm delivering, all right? He goes, fair enough. He closes the door. He said, I'll be 2 minutes. I'll meet you around the front. All right, fair enough. And, you know, whilst this was all going on, there was a part of my brain going, leg it. Like my bad youth came back to me and it was like, you need to get the hell out of here. But at the same time, I was thinking, I'm actually not doing anything wrong apart from trespassing and taking pictures in someone's back garden. But, so, I walk around to the front. He comes out. He sees the van. I open the van up. I'm like, look, it's full of parcels. He went, all right, fair enough. I believe you. You know, the wife's still hysterical. I can still hear her. She's still hysterical. Still saying she's going to phone the police. So me and him start having a laugh about it. He asked me, does this happen often? When it's the first time. I'm sure it won't be the last. Oh, so we have a giggle. I say to him, what are you going to say to your wife? And he said, I'm going to say you legged it. I said, don't fucking do that. You're going to get me arrested. And he said, oh, when you get something in your head, that's it. You're getting nicked. So eventually, you know, it was all sorted out. He walked back in. He's obviously told his wife what I was doing. It was just the situation. Like, I just imagine her in a back room looking up, and there I am taking a picture, you know. But she went mental. She went absolutely mental. I suppose rightly so in some ways. But he was a bit more calm about it, and I talked around and we got it sorted. The police have not turned up yet. I'm waiting for them. They might turn around the corner at any moment. I'm looking forward to delivering there tomorrow or the next day and have her come to the door. And maybe... What should I say? Put in the comments down below what I should say to her when I see her. Or him. But yeah, that was my, you're going to jail. Because she was shouting, you go to prison. Get in the police, you're going to jail. You know? Oh, it was funny. It was funny. And I love the fact that the fella came down and he sort of stayed in the door. And he was shouting through the door. Which, it's understandable. You know, he doesn't know who the hell I am. And I sort of in my head was thinking, this goes tits up and he runs at me, I could take him. Oh, brilliant. Anyway, I thought I would just share that because, you know, when these things happen, you need to have a good old chat and a laugh about it because the world's a funny place. It is. Anyway, like I said, go check out Big Beardy Food. Link down below. And as always, be safe out there and have a great day.